In the great historical context of Seattle, music plays such a significant role of the city's landscape. Now, one place you can find music and food and some of the best sounds is down at Pike's Public Market. But my goal is to find out about the music scene here and how that's evolved, not only during the time of Bumbershoot, but beyond. So I'm going to eventually make my way over to the Edgewater Hotel to talk about the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, and the Rolling Stones, all of whom have stayed there and have left their significant mark. So I've made myself into one of the best looking, smelling, sounding places here in Seattle, and that's the Public Market at Pike Place. I think I need to sample some stuff that's going on here, though. Ooh, barbecue. Let's see if we can get some. Can you just take a look at this? Take a look at this brisket. I will have all of it. Best Target. Did you buy that for me?
Yes.
No, you didn't. May I have that? Yeah. Oh. Oh, that smells so good. Ah, see, so after you eat the barbecue and have the appetizer of the jelly, you come over here for dessert. Hey, good looking, what's cooking today? Whoa, are you seeing these? Literally very divine, a divinity. Ooh, all right, we'll see if the divinity as divine as it looks to be. Oh, what is that? That is amazing. So that proves with a little bit of charm you can go a long way at Seattle, at least when it comes to the public market. Now I'm gonna make my way over to the Edgewater Hotel and talk about some of those storied tales from the Beatles and Led Zeppelin who stayed there, and there might be something about a mud shark and some fishing out of the hotel window. Let's go find out. So I could sit and surmise all day about what may or may not have happened at the Edgewater Hotel over its illustrious career, but I think the proper way to do it is to sit with the general manager, Bob, who now works here at the Edgewater Hotel for the second time. This isn't your first go-round.
I'm a repeat, there's no doubt about that, yeah.
So you worked here back in the 80s and you worked the front desk?
I did, actually, and back in the 80s when I worked at the front desk, I had the opportunity of checking in the bands that were here for Bumbershoot back in that day, and some of the notable ones were Eurythmics, Spinal Tap was here, a couple of others that I can't remember right off the top of my head at that long of a duration, but anyway, yeah, it was a real special time.
Did you keep it very professional, like super like front desk clerk, or were you kind of like a fanboy at a certain point where you got any autographs or anything like that?
You know, I wasn't a fanboy at the front desk. However, I will say that they gave me tickets to the concert, and there was nothing better than watching Dave Stewart and Annie Lennox up on the stage and their backup singers and everything. It was just really cool to be at Bumbershoot back then.
And I know, as a music fan and a historian myself, and loving Seattle and the sound here, that the Beatles and Led Zeppelin have very distinct stories when it comes to the Edgewater Hotel. There's a famous picture of the Beatles fishing from out of a hotel room in 1964 during their first world tour. And so were they actually able to fish directly outside of the room?
They were. We actually, back in the day, it was the Edgewater Inn, and the tagline was "Fish from your window." Okay. But one of the best stories is actually Frank Zappa. Okay. When he was here, the story goes that he actually fished from his window, caught a mud shark, filled the tub with water, put the mud shark in it, and then sat back and wrote the song Mud Shark, Mud Shark. And if you look that up, in the lyrics of Mud Shark is the Edgewater Inn.
Okay. All right. I like that because I was trying to figure out what exactly happened here, because there's been some discrepancies about who caught the mud shark, and Led Zeppelin were involved in some capacity, but then they got banned here for throwing the TVs out the hotel room window?
Yeah, let's say they've been banned for a couple of reasons. In fact, I believe they've been banned twice, but we still have some of them come back as regulars at this point in time. Yeah. After the first banning, they talked their way back in. I think they got banned again, and now as individuals, they come and spend time with us.
Yeah, you can't quite kick the lead all the way out.
No, not that banned.
True rock and roll fashion, I implore anyone to stay here. The legacy and the legends live on. I'd like to make some memories, so can I go throw a TV out of the Beatles suite?
You can, but you know, back in the day when Led Zeppelin did that, we actually had a little card like your minibar card, and it told you how much it was going to cost if you did that. And upon checkout, the story goes that the tour manager for Led Zeppelin had that card in front of him. He says, "Yep, they had 4 TVs, we had a couple of beds, and they put down cash to pay for what they had thrown out the window, right?" And then he handed another $200 and told the front desk clerk, not me, told the front desk clerk, "Why don't you go buy yourself one of those TVs too?"
Okay, well, I don't think my budget is quite that big for this production, but maybe next time we'll work towards that. Bob, thank you so much for sitting and chatting with me. Yeah, appreciate it.